Hey everybody, it is time for another Cozy in the Kitchen with Candace, and I'm Candace, I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. Tonight I want to make something very healthy and tasty, and I'm going to use cabbage as my base. I got a really large head of cabbage the other day and used some of it to make cabbage rolls. The rest of it I sliced in steaks. All I did was take them and put them on our stone cookie sheet, covered with some olive oil and some garlic. That is all that I did with them. I put them in the oven for 400 degrees and I roasted them for 40 to 45 minutes. It's going to make them nice and soft, crispy, and have some really tasty little edges to them. But it also takes out the bitterness in the cabbage and the spiciness sometimes in the cabbage. So it's actually very tasty, very healthy, and it keeps all those good nutrients in there. But I want to make it into soup. I love creamy soup, like cream of chicken, cream of broccoli, cream of asparagus, cream of potato. But I have cabbage, so I want to try to make a creamy cabbage soup. My cooking blender, it takes all of everything that's in the soup and it creams it together and pulverizes it a whole lot. So everything in there is going to be very, very creamy when it's done, very liquid. So you want to take tomatoes, you make tomato juice. This works great for it. If you want to make a chunkier soup, you're going to make the cream base in here, add a little bit of vegetables right at the end and give it a couple of quick pulses. It'll emulsify those into just a little bit into smaller pieces so you'll have a chunky soup. But I want to make a cream of cabbage soup tonight. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but I have made vegetable broth with my with the trimmings and leftovers of cabbage and carrots and onions and even lots of celery. So we eat lots of celery at the house. So I put that in my quick cooker it took about an hour, and I made 2 batches of it, a whole bunch of this vegetable broth, and I can freeze it flat in 6-cup increments. Tonight I'm only going to use 2 cups of that. So I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to add my cabbage that has been roasted. It's still a little bit hot. And I'm going to put that into my blender. Let's add another piece. See how crispy that looks? These are so tasty to eat just by themselves. Put that in there, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of vegetable broth. To that, I am going to use my Pampered Chef 3-onion rub. I'm going to use a tablespoon of that. I love this 3-onion rub. I just can't get enough of it. And then I'm going to put the lid on. Turn the setting to soup. Yes, there's a setting that says soup. And then I'm going to push the button. It gets a little bit loud and it gets really hot. Usually with the wood cabinets, I'll put a towel on top of it just so that the steam doesn't escape, and because I don't want the cabinets to get moisture on them. And that is all. That is it. I might add some vegetables to it, but let's see how this works out. We are just a few minutes into our blender. It is already starting to heat up. It's getting really, really thick. So I'm going to add 2 more cups of vegetable broth to it. You just take the lid off and add it right into the top. Perfect for adding these. This blender is amazing. It does all of that. You can make Alfredo sauce. and it cooks. So this is cooking and blending and cooking and blending all until it's done. It makes excellent hot chocolate, by the way. Guys, our cabbage soup, creamy cabbage soup is finished. It is just beat, extremely hot and extremely creamy and rich. It is so very good. I just tasted it. And this is going to make an excellent creamy soup by itself, or you can add some things to it. You can roast some vegetables. You'll put those in right when it's finished, and then you'll just hit the pulse and you'll pulse that right into it. But tonight I have found some leftover ham in the fridge, so I cubed that up, and I want to put a little bit of greens in here too. So let's head on over there. To our creamy cabbage soup, I want to put a little bit of ham in it, and I want to put a little bit of greens. So all I have is some plain old spring mix, spinach and spring mix salad. Yes, I'm gonna cook it. It's gonna be so good. Believe me, it's tasty. So I'm taking a little bit of ham and just took my knife, cubed it up, and that's gonna go right into the pan. And we are gonna saute this. And then I'm gonna take my spring mix, just take my kitchen shears. This is actually the salad shears, so it's got two. Let me show you. It's got two blades on it, so it cuts real fast and perfect. So if you wanted to do salad, a chopped salad, this tool is absolutely handy for that. So I'll just take these and cut up my spring mix in there. Now the oils in the ham is gonna help. I didn't put any oil in it or anything like that, but the ham is gonna be excellent. So I'm gonna do that. And it is gonna cook down, but it does have spinach in it, so if you have regular spinach, that'll be fine. But the spring mix salad works excellent too. I want to thank you for always getting cozy in the kitchen with me, and I want to invite you to my business page, VIP page, Instagram, and even YouTube. It's all Cozy in the Kitchen with Candace. Like and subscribe and share my videos. I would love that. And I love that you watch and that you are a part of my cooking with me. Our spring mix and our ham has cooked up very nicely, and we are just going to add this to our bowl. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we are going to take our cabbage soup, still piping hot, and just pour that right over the top and give it a stir. I want to read something for you tonight. Proverbs 1 verse 5. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. If you are struggling with something in your life right now, I encourage you to reach out to some friends and to your pastor or some of your girlfriends and just really lean into them. Make sure that you choose someone who you trust to give you guidance. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Or you can make a mess like I do.